So now I'm going to demonstrate the hiring manager interface of evaluating candidates. So as you know that we have we have the AI recruiter who can screen candidates on different skills. So for example, as soon as the candidate uploads the resume, there is an AI a bot that parses the resume and generates an analysis summary report and gives a score. And then as a hiring manager, you can define different screening process. We right now allow two types of screening process. One is kind of a web-based skills assessment test where you can set a question and then candidate can it could be question like a multiple choice question, or it could be, if it is a programming job, you can give them a programming task, and then the AI bot can kind of test those just like the human does. And then also AI bot can conduct a video interview, and then you have the voice interview. So once and the way it works is that as soon as you put the as soon as you, let's say, post the job. So for example, in this particular case, let's say let's go. So let's say you have a job career page where candidate apply for a job, and then the bot would then send an email and then make them go through each of this screening process. Okay, so it's fairly automatic. So you can think about it as a situation where you post a job on Friday afternoon, then you go home, and then candidate can apply for the job, and then at their own sweet time, these candidates can go through each of these tests, the video interview or the technical assessment. And then when you come in the Monday morning, you have all these results of all the candidates. It could be 10 candidates, could be 100 candidates, and you have all the results, and you quickly can sort, and then see maybe get the top 3 candidates. So right now we'll go through, let's say, one candidate, for example. So this particular candidate, he has or she has gone through all the tests, and then we can get a quick analysis of, so its resume score is 45%. The color indicates that, if you can set a certain threshold, and then anything lower than that would be a green, or sorry, anything lower than that would be a red color, and on top over the green color. So for example, in this particular candidate, this is a resume analysis, whereas a quick analysis, and then a hiring recommendation. You have the strength and gaps with respect to the job. And then the skills assessment summary. In this particular case, the bot says the areas of improvement. In this particular job, I think it had a coding performance. That looks like this. The interview didn't go well, so it got a lower score. And also similar, the voice test. Voice test, it can also, depending on what you look for, it can do communication skills, or it can do really assessment on the hard skill. In this particular case, this candidate was interviewing for a AI ML engineering role, and they probably didn't do well. So these are kind of a quick high level summary of each of these 3 screenings the AI bot went through, like a resume screening, which is done offline, and then the candidate has to go through 2 screening tests with the AI bot, and then the results are shared here for the hiring manager interface. And then you can go to details. What you have just now showed a summary of each of the things, and you can even drill down to more details. So for example, so let's say the candidate we are showing, this one. So here you can click on this result, and then you can go further details of each of these screening tests. So for example, the candidate went through quiz and coding tests, and in here you have what question was asked, what was the answer, and the score. And then also sometimes if it is a multiple choice question, candidate also explain why she or he has chosen the answers, and then she will be scored on that. So you have multiple choice and question, and then this particular this particular job needed also some coding tests. So the candidate went through some Python engineering test. And so this is the quiz coding test. So for different jobs, it depends on, some jobs may not need this sort of skills assessment test. In that case, you can skip the process, and then you have the voice interview, which you can think of like a Zoom interview, but with a bot, where bot will ask questions just like the way human. And we have another recording of how that went. But this is a hiring manager interface, so you can quickly assess kind of what went on. So you have the recording of the entire interview recording, and then you have the analysis of, you have the score, you have the quick summary of strength and weakness, what happened, what has gone well with the candidate, what has not gone well, and then the summary analysis and the recommendation of whether to go forward or reject. And then you have more details of each question. What was the question asked? What was the candidate answer? And then what the follow-up question was asked, and the analysis also of this question. So if you see that it's fairly detailed process, and then if you see the bot really gives very objective analysis, without any bias, which sometimes is a challenge with human interviewer. So in this particular case, the bot is saying is that the candidate lacks the detail of specific projects, technology use. They mention challenges related to the scaling or bug tracking system. So anyway, so you have all the details of the video interview. So let me close that. And then simpler AI features, like you can comment out and put your notes here. You can even schedule further calls. And then you have the status on the interview status, pass, fail, experience. So these are just simple kind of interface with details of what you see in any other ATS system. So here is also another thing you can quickly get, let's say, for example, filter for a job, and then you can sort based on, let's say, overall score, and then descending. So you can, let's say, if you've got, let's say, 20 candidates, so you can quickly go through the candidates and then quickly score them, and then see who is the highest. And then maybe, so if you have 50 candidates, you can just decide to talk 2 or 3 of them and then take it forward. So the whole process is really done where you want to scale the operations and have a very data informed decision making process of choosing a candidate. It also allows you to scale if you have a lot of volume and you don't have time, and then you let the bot doing the first level of screening. And a lot of times what happens is that you are, as a recruiter, when you are trying to reach out to the people and they don't have time, or you're not being able to connect and go to their voicemail, you can let the AI bot do it, because the advantage is that then instead of you reaching out, the candidate can reach out to the bot, because machines or the AI bot, they're always available 24 hours. So they can reach out to their thing, and then they can do the screening process at their own sweet time, and then you have the result available at your fingertips. This can be done for a basic level of screening, but also you can do even a very detailed deep dive skills assessment. Even you can do communication skills assessment, you can do technical skills assessment, you can do job skills and any sort of thing. So that is a quick summary of hiring manager or recruiting managers in the interface to evaluate candidates. We'll have another videos for going a little bit of detail about how the video interview experience of the candidates. Thank you.